Hello Transport Explorers, and welcome to the first episode of Secrets of the Perth Railway, where today we will be exploring the Armadale line and its many secrets. This series was inspired by Geoff Marshall's Secrets of the London Underground. I'm sure you all know him. He is linked in the description below. Now before we start, if you would like to, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. You don't have to, but it would be awesome if you did. Please note, we will only be covering the Armadale B and C pattern stations up to Oat Street. Now all the formalities are out of the way, let's get into it. Armadale Station is in Fare Zone 4. The original station opened on the 2nd of May 1893 when the South Western Railway built the line from Claysbrook to Pinjarra. Now it's the terminus for the Transperth network, with a bay terminating platform 1 and, on the other side, the through platform 2 for services to Bunbury and terminating Transperth services. At one point, this station used to be a junction station, with the line heading out towards Spearwood. This line, however, closed in 1964, and the station as we know it today was built and opened in 2004 as part of electrification works, with no remnants left of the previous station. Now on to Sherwood Station. Located in Zone 3, it opened in 1989 as part of the 1970s corridor plans for Perth. Sherwood, along with Chalice, were opened to fill in the large gap between Armadale and Kelmscott. Interesting fact, Sherwood was originally called Kingsley Station after the nearby Kingsley Primary School. It was renamed on the 27th of July, 1989, in order to avoid confusion with the Kingsley suburb in Perth. Chalice Station consists of 2 through platforms, with a pedestrian maze or level crossing located at the northern end of the platform, being the only way to cross between the two. Chalice Station is currently not fully accessible, with a steep ramp to get down to ground level, and larger gaps at the pedestrian maze between each of the tracks. Kelmscott Station is one of the more beautiful stations on the Armadale, with its large canopy stretching across the platform. Uniquely, it is the only station on the entire Transperth network to have its bus interchange right in the middle of the platform of the island platform, with buses going over the tracks at the end of the platform. You have to see right over there, coming up the ramp, and over here. Passengers easily transfer between trains. Track. Road. Track. Interesting design, isn't it? Seaforth Station is the least used station on the entire Transperth network, with only 136 passengers daily in 2017. The station originally didn't have a name, with Seaforth not being approved by Canberra for a while, as there are duplicate names across Australia. This led to the station being colloquially known as Whoop Whoop, Australian slang for middle of nowhere. This unofficial name matches perfectly with the passenger's number. There's literally nobody here. Nobody in the shelters. Welcome to Seaforth. Gosnell Station, as it is located today, adjacent to Wheatley Street and Stalker Road. However, there used to be a station 300 meters south of here, with no remnants left of this. That was the original Gosnell Station. This station here opened on the 17th of April 2005 with this commemorative plaque being placed next to communications area. It's one of the more larger stations with an actual office on platform 1. So, Gosnells. Maddington Station is located in Fair Zone 2, opened in 1895. It used to be a junction station with a line off towards the Canning Racecourse until 1952 when this branch line closed. As you can see, this station is a curved island platform. Pretty standard Armadale line station. There's a lovely tree in the middle. Yeah, it's a nice touch. Kenwick Station opened in 1914 and is uniquely one of the 2 stations on the entire Transperth network to have staggered platforms, the other being Beckenham, the next station down the line. This is done to decrease the time that the level crossings are closed for. At the level crossing, there is your usual 2 rails, but behind me where there should be a path or road, there's a 3rd rail line. Where does this rail line lead to? It's only single tracked, doesn't stop at the station. Well, this line is for the freight line to Quinana, with a crisscross of lines south of the station. This leads to there being an anomaly of 3 lines at a level crossing. Beckenham Station opened in 1954 as Higham Station, with it being renamed to Beckenham in 1969. As with Kenwick, it has 2 staggered platforms. This station appears to be beyond the tunnel branch in most maps. I'll flash it right now. However, it is actually before the tunnel that leads to Thornley. As you can see, if you look very closely, I'll help you, I'll zoom in for you. There are 2 dark tunnels at the end. That is the branch of Thornley. This leads to the only station that Thornley lines run through without stopping, except of course, Stadium. Cannington Station, as you know today, is not the original. In fact, Cannington Station was one of the original stations operational when the Armadale line opened in 1889, lying 500 meters southeast of the current station. Queen's Park Station opened in 1899 as Woodloopin, being renamed to Queen's Park in 1912. The station is served by the unique twice-daily B-pattern service, which is meant as a school special, meaning Armadale line services only come here on the weekends, public holidays, and when the twice-a-daily B-pattern comes. As you can see on the left, you've got all stops. As you can see on the right, you have the twice-a-daily B pattern. Now below, as you see on the left, the C pattern, which operates as the normal Armadale line. And on the right is the T pattern for Thornley services. Yeah. Quite unique, huh? Oak Street Station opened in 1954 and is the only station on the Armadale line for passengers to change to the Thornley line, except on weekends and public holidays when all stop services run. And, of course, at Perth Station, Macliver, Claysbrook, all those usual ones. Here's a look at the station. It is also uniquely the only station to still retain the old desto board, the green desto board. It's a bit hard to see with the flickering, but there it is. so. And that is all the stations we will be covering in today's videos. Stations going towards Perth will have their own videos since they share lines. I hope this video taught you a few interesting things about the Armadale line that you didn't know. This line will be closing from Monday 20th of November until mid-2025 in conjunction with the Thorney line as part of the Metronet program, so be sure to check out the line before then. I'll be sure to make another video going into detail the changes as they arrive in 2025. But until next video, this has been the Perth Railway Explorers, Secrets of the Perth Railway.